All right, Coach, big meet. You've been talking about this meet for weeks. A lot of great things happening from it. Let's just start with the women. First overall in the small division, second overall in the total scheme of things. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's awesome. The ladies had a phenomenal race. I think we went up and competed against Division I, Division II NAIA schools. In the small division, we ended up winning the meet. In the overall, we were second to Oklahoma State's women, who are ranked, I believe, in the top 15 in Division I. So, you know, they were a little bit ahead of us, but it was still an awesome performance by our women. Yeah, they handled the course very, very well, and the travel. You know, we hopped in some vans and drove down there. It took us about 10.5 hours to get down to Stillwater. You know, went down there a little bit early so they could get on the course and check it out. And then, you know, Saturday morning the race was pretty early compared to what we normally get up. 9 o'clock we had to start racing, and they handled it very, very well. It was interesting for them because it was very, very fast start, faster than a lot of their mile personal bests. I mean, it went out very, very hard. But they responded really well, ran tough on that nice hilly course. Yeah, things went really well for us out there, considering all things considered. It was also very, very hot, very, very hilly, hillier than we had kind of expected. I think it was 85 degrees at the start of the race, so nice and warm too.
So Brianna Hemming, I know she's itching to get out there and compete. She finished first, I think second overall. Must have been a small division. I don't know where she finished in terms of the top dogs, but for her to go out there and race, what did you see from her?
Yeah, it was good to see her get in and let her do a full race and compete really, really hard. She did awesome. She was very smart the first part of the race, nice and conservative. She didn't try to be too aggressive. Kind of held her own against the Division I competition. You know, and her teammates behind her, we only had 50 seconds between her and our number 6 runner. We were looking for 1.5 minutes as our goal throughout the season to have that separation, but to have that close a separation this early in the season kind of shows where the whole group is as a whole. But for Brianna, it's awesome. It's great for her to get out there and really show her stuff against the Division I talent.
And you had 4 in the top 9. I mean, what did you tell your crew after this such great finish?
Man, myself and my assistant coaches, we ran straight over to the finish line and congratulating them and said this was an awesome team race. You know, we let each of the individuals kind of know how much they improved, how good they looked throughout the course of the race. But the main thing for us was just how awesome the team as a whole did. And, you know, we were giving high fives all around. Girls were in great spirits. And we got up on the award stand and they gave us this really awesome, awesome trophy, and they were pretty excited about that. And so, yeah, overall we were really excited, and especially moving into this week with our home meet coming up.
And so the men, they finished second overall and did really well for you guys.
Yeah, guys did really, really well. We were missing one guy, Brandon Croggy, missed out on the race, and so we get him back. It's going to be a big boost for us. We went up against West Texas was kind of the one that we were really keying in on. They're ahead of us in the regional national rankings. So the focus going into the race for the guys was keep an eye on West Texas and be smart throughout the race. So we kept an eye on them really, really well. We maybe got out a little too aggressively on the guys' side and faded it a little bit, and that kind of came back and bit us when we get towards the end of the race. West Texas just kind of edged us out. But we think coming into the next 5-6 weeks, we can kind of catch back up to them when we get to the regional challenges.
So Jason was the guy who finished the first for you guys. How did he race? He's a sophomore. I know he's kind of relatively new. I think he played in the spring for you guys. But how did his performance rate for you?
Yeah, he did really, really well. So, you know, I would have liked to see him be a little bit more conservative. He went out with the top Division I group. Oklahoma State guys are actually ranked in the top 5 nationally, and he went out with their lead pack. Went out in under 5 minutes through the first mile. I think it was about 4:45, so very, very quick. And he did really well up through 5K, and then I think we just need to work on some things kind of mid-race, but he looked really, really good compared to last year. He looked phenomenal. So as we move into this week, we're going to work on a few other things. I expect to see an awesome race from him in our home meet. We run on it all the time. Every week we're out there, so he's very familiar with it. But yeah, for a sophomore to come up and kind of lead the group is a pretty awesome thing. So
the next meet, the home meet, which obviously you guys get super excited about. What are some things you're looking for your group in this, and someone that kind of runs the event? How much does that like weigh on you and have put extra work on your already many hats?
Yeah, you know, I love doing the work for a home meet. I love hosting meets. Have for years, you know, here at Metro and then other schools that I've been at. I've loved hosting meets. Let our home crowd kind of come and see us and check things out. So for me, I try not to worry about it too much. I do what's kind of expected to put together a good meet, and then prepare our team as best we possibly can. They're looking really, really good. This is going to be one of the biggest meets we've held here. We're looking at somewhere over 300 participants this year, which is definitely bigger than we've ever had. We're going to have, it's going to be pretty exciting. We're going to have our full squads going, and then we'll also have a few alumni that are coming back to race. Kirk Harvey, an All-American for us, has given us the word that he's going to be coming back to jump in the race, and he almost broke the course record this year, so the guys are kind of itching to see what kind of shape he's in and go up against him. He's still out there training pretty hard, and that should be a fun experience for them. But so the races are at 10 o'clock for the women's race on Saturday and 10:45 for the men's race. We'll do an 8K distance for the men and a 6K distance for the women's race. Should be a nice day. It looks like it's going to be 75, 80 degrees. Should be a nice day out there. Very flat, spectator-friendly course. So we're hoping we get a ton of people out there to cheer us on. It's at Washington Park at those times. Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, and one other kind of shameless plug that I'm putting forward. Myself and Sean Nesbitt, Director of Facilities Planning, we're putting together a faculty and staff running group, running club on Monday nights. Tonight's the first one at 5:30 p.m. every Monday. We'll meet in the flagpoles here at the Auraria Fields. Do distances from 2 miles to 8 miles, and we were trying to get the faculty and staff a little bit more actively involved together in something outside of the work environment. We'll do that, and then you usually kind of meet up at Brooklyn's here across the street and hang out and socialize. And so we're looking for anybody that's interested in that, watching this video. Love to have you out there on Monday nights to hang out. And occasionally we'll have our student athletes come out to talk about how the season's going as well.